there's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store. Between the Houston Oilers taking on the Dragons of Houston. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game, but I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nash. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's long. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. When you look at this defense, against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, Long. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's long. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Cox. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dragons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Call that a gain of 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 63 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Second and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And now out comes Houston. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They'll run on first down. It's long, powering his way forward, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Long. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down second and right at a yard. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Up the middle they go. It's long, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Lawrence. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Cox. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st down, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Cox. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Dragons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Nash. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside line.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Fulton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On second down now. It's long and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nash. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. He finds his man complete. It's long. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Crawford. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 3. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lawrence to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started a bit south of here in Puerto Rico, in their capital city of San Juan. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikes still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Bucs trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Titans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a handoff up the middle. Long. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, it's long, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the strength there after the catch? I've got to get back in the gym myself now. I'm inspired. Boom, he shook off some tacklers. Bang, fighting to get to the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but he's got his guy set up 1st and goal.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Lawrence. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Dragons open the lead up to 34-0. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They go play action with Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Fulton. He'll get this to about the 38.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Oilers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP?
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
They'll run on first down. Long. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Houston. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Houston's offense taking over again, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here is another interception. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Houston's offense taking over again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. On first down, it's Leonard, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston's offense taking over again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Houston.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now out comes Houston. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
On 2nd down now. It's long, and he'll take this one down to the 36. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's long. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 103 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.